Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Happy Sunday morning, and me and Dana are back again at it, trying to answer some questions for you, hopefully help you along your investment journey and your personal finance journey. I hope you're recovering well from your enjoyments and merriments from yesterday. As we get closer to Christmas and New Year, do stay safe out there. Anyway, Dana, everything's back to normal in your hometown because the rain was very bad in your area, right?
No, sir, they are not coming back to the normal.
Not come back to normal, is it? What are the problems you're facing? Water is not receding?
First thing, the landslide, sir. So the landslide inside their home, it was very difficult to clean the houses because there is no way to enter into their room.
Okay.
So it was like building the home in the mountain. So there is no way for the operators like
To reach, JCB to reach.
JCB no way to reach. Only two-wheelers can reach out. So the people are using by the human workforce, they are cleaning the services.
It's really sad, really tough, really hard. If there's any way any of you can help, please do help. And any support is great. So keep that in mind. If all you can do is offer your thoughts and prayers, depending on where in the world you're sitting, do offer your thoughts and prayers through the people who are struggling here after the cyclone had ripped through us. Anyway, aside from that, what do you have, Dana?
Sir, today I come with the general questions that I have been asked in the Instagram. So first thing, sir, Wipro. Now the price was corrected. So they are thinking like corrected. After the bonus issue, it was comes down. So I'm also explaining to them, sir, but they need to answer by yourself. This is the time for the consideration. So they are all the doubts.
No. What you need to focus is always price to earnings, right? That is the gold standard. Not the price, not the earnings, but the ratio of price to earnings. And like I've said millions of times, there's only one way that number can change, that ratio can change. Either the price comes down or the earnings goes up. Yeah. So these are the ways it can move, right? And in issue of bonus shares or anything else they do, rights issue and all that, only dilutes the pot, but does not affect the PE ratio because the PE ratio is price to earnings. So if the number of shares increases and the price comes down, it is earnings per share. It's EPS. It is not earnings. So EPS, earnings per share, also comes down because the number of shares is gone up. So that ratio actually doesn't change if the bonuses are flooded in the market, rights are flooded. So all this, keep it aside. Now coming to Wipro, about where it is sitting. So what you have to look at, where Wipro has historically been at by market valuations, where market has placed Wipro. You look at it for 5-year, 10-year period and see where the median PE is. So the median is where? Wait, 18. So
now
it's at 26. Yeah. So you are very high end of the spectrum. Right. So if you take a ruler, you have 0 to 12 inches. Middle is 6 inches.
6 inches.
Right. 6 is where is 18. Right. 18 is in the middle.
I understand.
So you're at 26. So you're way over here. You're not even close to this. Right. So it goes from 26, it will come to 18. To keep 18 as a middle, it has to go all the way below 18. Right. So over the last 10 years, it's spent equal number of time below 18 as much as time it's spent above 18. That's why the average is 18. That means 6 months if it is below 18, it's 6 months above 18. Right? So now it is way over here. We're not even in the middle, nor is it below. So if you look at it in that, and we are long-term investors. So it might be a fabulous company. It may be doing great. But right now where the market is positioned in, it's not for us to look at it. Aside from all the other news, right? Forget, the rest is all noise. Donald Trump being in power, the dollar becoming stronger, the rupee becoming weaker, and importing money, or the AI disruption, and all that is just noise. Because all those are fundamentally short term. Earnings are short term. Job orders, they have some orders now. Those orders are cyclical and will happen for a year or two contract, and then they'll have to look for some new orders. So you're looking at holding on it for 10 years. So it might be a great company, great management. You might love Wipro, but then you should be ready to wait to enter it at a point where it makes sense. Because Anand has famously said he bought Tata Steel at a high. Then the chorus deal Ratan Tata decided to. Tapak it went, and it stayed low for a very long time. And took almost, 6, 7 or 8 years, even more, for it to come back to where Anand bought it at. Anand didn't mind because he loves Tatas, he loves Tata Steel, and he knew it will recover, and he didn't mind waiting for his money. But not everybody who puts money into Wipro will be like that. Right?
So we need to understand.
Correct. and let's say your goal is to make the first 1 crore, then take that 1 crore and make it into 10 crores. That won't help you.
Yeah,
No, Wipro will help you if it is the right price. Wipro at the wrong price will not help you to achieve this.
Okay. Now it's overpriced.
Correct.
So it's not been that.
That is my only issue.
Yeah.
What do you think? Let me ask that. Let me turn it around and ask you as a Gen Z,
Ah.
who have friends working in IT. Who has,
same, sir.
I'm sure a lot of your friends have high opinions about Wipro. What do they say?
Yeah, sir. This question same also asked by the Wipro employee. That's what's the interesting thing. I am also coming into the value investing type. I am also seeing the stock PE. So it was comparatively overpriced. But except that, we cannot find out any IT companies now, sir.
Yes, so sometimes the whole sector can be overpriced. So then you have to wait. Let's say the market suddenly is favoring one sector completely for whatever strange reason. Like how it can favor one company, right? It can favor one sector like pharma sector and dump Dr. Reddy for no reason.
Okay.
Right? We don't know why. It can happen.
Okay.
Same way, a whole sector can be a darling for the IT guys. Like there's a company called Coforge.
Coforge, yeah, yes, sir.
Right? Let's see where its valuations are. Right? So it's at 74.
74.
Right? This company is, okay, billing itself was only $1 billion. TCS, I think it's 14 billion or 15 billion dollars.
Yeah, sir.
Right?
TCS.
And TCS's PE is where?
32.
Yeah. For some reason, they're saying Coforge is super.
74, sir.
Right? And Coforge has grown up to this now. So they have to now go from there to here, which requires a lot of, imagination.
Okay.
I don't see Coforge going there to here very fast. So now, next question.
Yeah, sir. Bharat Global Developers was one share, sir. That was a textile company. So someone was bought that company, but it was not trading because it was a small. So he was trying for the past 5 days. Believe it or not, past 5 days he was trying to sell the order. He was placed the order at the 9 o'clock and he was waiting for the 3:30. It was never sold.
No one's buying it.
No one is buying it because we see the stock price, sir.
Yeah, but look at the volume.
Yes, sir. Volume is completely enough control, but see the price valuation. So
yeah, this is also true with the other company talking about LSID.
LSID, sir.
Yeah.
Sudden rise.
Yeah, because I have 5 stocks, you have 5 stocks, right? You and me decide to sell to each other, back and forth, play musical chairs, and I can raise the price up.
Okay.
Just selling 5 shares back and forth, I can push the price up.
So they are fell in the trap of the trendy stock.
Yes,
so
because,
it was not
because the reason why this happens is people don't see, they only see the price movement because everybody who enters the stock market enters with the idea of how to become rich fast, like your Lucky Bhaskar.
Lucky Bhaskar.
They want someone to tell them secretly which company to buy, when to buy. You tell me. Then tell me when to sell.
The right time to buy, the right time to sell.
Yeah. So when you say buy this, he'll put all his money in it. Right? Like today, South Indian Bank has gone up 4%.
Okay.
Right? If you see over the last 1 week from the low to now, it's up 16%.
Oh,
so a lot of people will be like, sir, if I had bought it at 21 rupees, and now it's at 25, 26 rupees, if I had put 2 lakhs, I would have gone up by 16%, sold it, sir, and would have made, you wouldn't tell me. Why?
Why?
That's not what we do here. We are the wrong channel. We are the wrong people. We are not here to do that. But if you keep on asking us questions like that, I understand your frustration. I do. All of us want money. Money we always feel is not enough.
Even this person have more fluctuated, sir, because the sell order he was placing for the past 5 days, it was never sold out.
Yes.
Because the volume was too low. So
too low. And what will be even more frustrating is, even on a day like this, he'll see. Like on this day, if you zoom in here, the last bit, right? If you see the volumes on the last, right? Now look at the volumes. It's gone up. Volumes now at?
Yeah, sir. At the time of exchanges of the both, it was went up. Correct. Now it was no volume.
Correct.
No volume, sir. Even after the 29th November.
See what happened. So this explains to you. And this is why I don't want to deal with companies like this.
That time I understand, sir, why we need to avoid the small cap companies. If in a share market, definitely the trade will be happen. The buying and selling will be happen. Why they are telling like that? Now one was called me to explain this type of movements. So that time only I understand.
The analogy would be, it's like you go through your grandfather's trunk, after he's dead and gone. And inside his trunk you find one silver ball. You think this thing, because your grandfather told you some story, when Queen Victoria visited us, she dropped this ball and she forgot about it. Your great grandfather gave it to me and now I left it for you. That's all you have, one story.
Okay.
All that is a silver ball. Unless you have some letter from Queen of Victoria saying, yes, it was my silver ball. For anybody else, it's just one silver ball. If you go to the market, they'll give you only the value of that silver ball.
How much the value?
Yeah, unless you can prove that it was Queen Victoria who dropped that ball. If you cannot prove it and authenticate it, you'll only get the value of the ball.
Okay.
If you have that letter, it may be worth millions, but it's not. Same thing is true with shares. That's why you need to have it liquid. Even in exchange traded funds, I'd only tell you to buy ones which are very liquid. Mutual funds, you should buy funds which are liquid, because the reason for us, we are small investors, so we don't want our money locked into a position where we cannot touch it, right? A lot of people, I don't want to say crypto because then people that will go nuts, but that happens in that also, right? The value is imagined, but what's the point?
Yeah, sir.
You need to unlock it. You might have a piece of paper that is saying, if this company did exist and you're able to sell the share, it's worth 1 crore. But if no one is willing to buy it from you, then what's the point? It has zero value.
Correct, sir.
Understood? So that's what happens here. That's why I said avoid this. And I was even accused that I have so many million followers, which I don't have. Right? My brother only has. But people attribute that because he's my brother, that whatever I say, I'll be influencing stock price. I don't talk about small companies. I only talk about big companies, heavily traded, where volumes are very high.
Right.
Yeah, large cap companies. And the reason I talk about that is for 2 reasons. Because I myself, that's what I am doing. I'm not buying small caps. Okay. I'm not buying micro caps. I don't touch them. I avoid them like disease, right? And second reason I talk about them is because I also want to be honest, right?
Honest.
Yeah, because I don't want anybody to get carried away. That's why I shared. Today also I looked at the market open, positive, negative, I don't care. And I've said this a million times. You be strict, very strict on the list which you have. You have done a lot of hard work and you created a list of 10 companies. You stay focused on that. In the 10 companies you can choose, because everyone wants to play and choose. It gets boring buying only one thing over and over again. Chuma pressing the same button daily, every day. You'll find it very boring. So I've given you have a list of 10. So you can pick and choose in that 10, right?
Okay, sir.
Companies may go in and out like your Nifty 50. Something might become expensive, become a Vaira Usi, as Anand says, and it exits. Then something else might come and sit there.
Okay.
Or some company which was a Vaira Usi becomes cheap. Suddenly Trent becomes very cheap, or Titan becomes very cheap. It will be in our list.
Okay. We can add it.
Yes. So stay focused on this and don't get swayed. We are constantly trying to find some unknown company. Why do we want to find this unknown company? So nobody knows about it. We'll buy it cheap. Why will we buy it cheap? Because tomorrow in 6 months, everybody will know about it and it'll go become 1,000 times its thing, and then I'll sell it. But that's not investing.
Sir, that time also one problem also appears, sir. That 1,000 times you can multiple your money, but who will bought your shares after you are selling? So this guy was trying for the last 5 days. He was also in the profit. Now also in the profit. He only having, for example, some amount. 5 shares only he was having. So the 5 shares amount of profit, how he was getting into the bank account? Because the sale was not happened in this past 5 days. So
but I do hope whomever has bought this share, I hope he's able to sell it and get his money out of it and feel relieved and happy that he got
Same message I am also messaging him too, sir.
I hope. But the funny thing is, what will happen to him? Let's say he's been trying to sell it, right? Show me the graph. The human mind is such that it's the monkey mind. Let's say you show it over here. He's been trying to sell it on this day. But 25th, let's say he's trying to sell it, right? It's at 1,471.
1,470.
Right? Suddenly he sees on the next day, it's gone to 1,600. The volume was very high. His mind would have told him, boss, it's going up. We'll wait for one more day.
One more day.
It's gone up by 200 rupees in 2 days. Maybe it'll go to 2,000. He would have held it.
Yeah,
he could have sold it maybe. And see what happened the next day.
1,540.
But the volume dropped. Dropped
see
off
the
the cliff. Exactly. Now come to here. What's the volume now? 4K.
I think today also he was not.
So I see that's a problem. When you get the opportunity, someone's willing to take it. You should be willing to give it also. Because that's a problem with the mind. That's why I keep saying it's so much of psychology involved in investing. First, build the psychology. It's like weight loss or bodybuilding or whatever you want to call it, getting fit. It's so much more to do with your mindset and your psychology than the actual doing. And the most important part of investing is savings. Because only if you have the money can you invest. And how can you have the money if you stop spending it? If you can't stop spending it, there's no way you can invest and earn money. It's like you want to plant coconut trees, but you don't have any land. Then you look at the guy and say, but where will you plant it? That's how stupid it sounds. If you don't have land, you cannot plant coconut trees.
Yeah, sir.
So first you must get land. Same thing applies in investing. So getting land in investing is savings.
Okay.
Your grandfather has not left you savings. Your father has not left you savings. It's all relying on you to do the savings. So you have to cut every Saturday,
Expenses.
Sunday, be strict and control it. So you save it. So then when an opportunity comes, you buy the right ones and not do this gambling.
Yes,
and trust me, you will not gamble like this if you have struggled to save. Let's say
Correct,
one month you've not spent and you've been saving and you see that 2,000 rupees in your account, you will be thinking 10 times before you buy any share. You only gamble like this if some free money came. Someone gave you bonus or your uncle gave you for Diwali some 2,000 rupees to buy one shirt and you're like, okay, I'll buy this.
Okay, buy this.
I'll make this 2,000 rupees into 4,000 rupees, buy shirt for 2,000 and have 2,000 rupees free in my hand. Like that, your brain will think like how Arun thinks all the time and get yourself into trouble.
The stock PE of this company was 803. This
Wow.
was the first company I have seen the stock PE of the 800. Many companies like that, sir. So I think it was come in the list, I think.
Yeah, there are many companies.
Crazy PEs.
No, crazy. PE, see, PEs can be crazy. You know, like even Trent, it's gone above 100. Like Page Industries, it's gone crazy, right?
But 800, sir.
Yeah, it can happen. Like I said, it's price to earnings. It's a ratio. So, you know, earnings suddenly drops, the PE can shoot. You can go open the balance sheet. I won't waste time on it, but you have a free afternoon. Aside from your work, you want to do this, please carry on and do it.
Yeah, sir. Last thing you need to conclude with this. So many of them are want to like gamble in the penny stock. That's
a mindset.
That's a mindset, sir.
Exactly.
Many
It's
of
not
them.
the problem. It's not the stock or the stock market or anything. It is your mindset. You can't starve yourself and become thin, right? I would love to become thin. I would love to look like you. But I cannot say I will not eat for the next 1 week and look like you. If I say that, everybody will say, sir, are you mad? You will die.
Right. Because 1 week.
If I don't eat and just drink water, okay, some people immediately say that guy did it, this guy didn't. But most normal human beings, I cannot do it. Arun cannot do it. Right? Arun is skinny, but Arun doesn't need to worry about it. But most normal people can't do it, right? Our body cannot take it. Same way, assuming that to do that with penny stock is that's how I see it. You can put, maybe you'll read some anecdote of one guy who's made $1 million and you don't even know if it's real. Okay, it's not like he's taking his bank balance and showing you actual trades he did and he doesn't share all that. Some news clip you will see some guy who made some clickbait, some guy would have paid editorial money and got it done also. Some guy who's pumping stocks to make it look good. Because you need to get bakwas, no? Like every day you get calls saying your number is found doing some illegal activity. Press 1 to talk to us to prevent it. You fall for that, you press, or the cyber police, you know, I'm arresting you now, transfer money. It's all very funny. The same thing you're doing in stock. So, I don't know.
Now I give the importance to the liquidity after
Yes.
this
You should be
video
able
has
to
been-
buy and sell your stock easily.
So more liquidity company only I can choose
Correct.
year after.
Yes.
Yep.
But there
Before
are some
that,
funny stories, I'll tell you. You know, like my dad bought a lot of companies which went kaput and the share price was 0. Then what happened was, there was another company, that company which went kaput was a manufacturing company, 0, right? It has land. The factory is sitting on some land. Another guy wants to buy that land. So he needs to buy this company. So then what he did was, he'll reach out to each shareholder and offer them, per share I'll give you 500 rupees.
Okay.
He's saying it's 0 value. You're not going to get anything, but at least I'm giving you 500 rupees to buy the company of you. So then he can own that asset, underlying asset. Sometimes that happens. So that also happens. If you're lucky, let's say you bought some stupid company, penny stock, and it goes kaput and disappeared. But if that company is sitting on some piece of land, you are rightfully as investor still own a piece of that land. So if somebody is trying to grab it, you will also get a share of it.
It's like a lucky basket, 99% and the remaining 1%.
I would say it's more insult to injury. Insult to injury meaning someone's already stabbed you and you're in pain, and then I come and go, Dana, does it hurt? It's like
You injured me.
Yeah, it's like doing that. So I would say it's more like that. But anyway, I leave it up to you guys. Thanks for watching the podcast. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Do stay safe out there. Take care as we get into the second week of this month and we're rolling closer and closer to this Christmas and New Year. And I'm sure you guys have made your plans. Make plans which are smart and prudent. Don't waste money, right? Like I've been saying, these are opportunities. I'm not saying do not celebrate. I'm not saying you can celebrate. But instead of spending beyond your limit, let's say your budget is 5,000, stay within that. Don't immediately think I'll borrow another 5,000, go 10,000, like my friend Arun and Karthi head off to Thailand or something, right? Be safe out there, guys. Take care of yourselves. And me and Dana will see you next weekend with some more information about something or another regarding investing and personal finance. Happy investing this week. Thank you.
Happy.